Hey everyone, and welcome to Non-Monoman TV. My name's Iman and I'm featuring today to talk to you about polygyny. Specifically, I wanted to cover the benefits for women. So this video is kind of more for the women, but encouraging the men to watch it too. And the things I want to share with you today are not going to be the typical things that you hear about in polygyny conversations, but I do want to stress and emphasize that they are also benefits. So I'm talking the fact that you have genuine sisterhood bonds is a benefit, but that's not the one that we're going to get into today. It's also a benefit that every woman has the opportunity to be with a husband, and what you want for yourself, you should also want for your sister. But that's not what we're going to get into today. Today, I want to talk about three main benefits that you would get as a woman from being in a polygynous relationship. And the first one is safety. And that might seem like a weird one to understand at first, but hopefully you'll get it by the end of this. When you are in a monogamous relationship, as a woman, you might have this fear that your man is cheating on you, or that he's looking at other women, or that he's liking IG model posts. And I've seen a lot of women try to control, try to manipulate, and try to bully their men into not having those desires and not looking, and almost shaming men for having those desires. When you are in a polygynous relationship, there is less need for your jealousy to rear its ugly head, because you already know, because your man has been honest about his desire and nature, and he and you have communicated about it, and you are on board with it, which is why you're in it. But in that situation, there is less need to want to control, bully, or manipulate the man, because there is a sense of involvement. There is a sense of unity. There is a sense of being in. Being involved is really the kind of word, but there's another one. If I think of it, it will come back to me and I'll share it. But it really is just about being involved in the process, in the dynamic, and really having your say, really being able to communicate openly and honestly with your man about the dynamic, about the type of women that you want to add to the family, about what you're looking for, so that you can be super intentional about growing and expanding your family. In that situation, when your man smiles at another woman, or when he is openly flirtatious with her, or if you see your man liking some other woman's posts on IG or interacting with her, you don't feel this sense of possessiveness that you might get if you are in a monogamous relationship, because you recognize that you don't own that person. You recognize that you are just having an experience of that person, and that person has made their desire and their nature clear to you. And so you understand that whilst he might not want every woman out there, it is in his nature to interact with women in that way, and you no longer have to police it, or have to worry, or have to be anxious about what he's doing, where he's at, if he's liking some other woman's pictures, because none of that actually really matters to you. So that's like one of the main benefits. There's a sense of safety that comes from your man being totally, completely honest about who he is and what he's about. Because if a man is prepared to be, and this is from experience, if a man is prepared to be that honest about his nature and moving in alignment with his nature, you don't actually have to worry about that man's honesty in general. He will come and tell you, oh, this girl slid into my DMs and this is what we've been talking about, or I really want to go and speak to this girl. And you will know that you can begin to kind of expect that level of honesty, because he's already been upfront about his nature and his desires. So there's a sense of safety that is cultivated from being in that union, rather than having to anxiously fret and worry about what your man's doing and how that might be something that you didn't agree to. So that's benefit number one. Benefit number two is this team building nation building, empire building mindset coming into fruition. When you are in a polygynous relationship, you have access to other people's resources, knowledge, skill set, mindset, and qualities as well, and you can benefit from those things as well as reciprocate that energy, because you are now obviously in union and you are also providing that skill set, that knowledge to be shared. You are sharing everything, the resources, the knowledge, the wealth, the qualities, the skills. And in the pool of what you have that you're sharing together, you can expand even more. Because when you are in a monogamous relationship, you only have access to one other person's resources, skills, etc. But when you are in a unit of polygyny, you have access to more than that. And when you have access to more, you can begin to build more, which is why it's generally considered nation building or teamwork mindset. And the benefit of that is that you are all operating with the same framework. You are all operating with a shared vision and mission, and you're pooling everything that you have together to pour into this vision and mission that you collectively share. And it also, like, not gonna lie, again, coming from experience, it also kind of reduces the pressure of like one woman needing to be perfect in all aspects. Like, as much as I want to be the best cook, the best cleaner, the best money maker, and all of this, the reality is I'm not the best at all of those things. And so when you have multiple women and their unique skill sets, and you are actually super intentional about the women that you bring in and what they add to the team that might be lacking or missing or not as like 100% as you might want it, then you actually begin to ease the pressure of yourself of the need to be perfect in every regard, because you are understanding that there are other resources that I can rely on. I can rely on my sister wife or my co-wife's cooking skills, and I can help support her with something else that maybe she isn't as good at, because you have this mentality of sharing everything to be the best unit that you can be collectively. So that's benefit number 2. Benefit number 3 is more about the healing journey that you go on when you are in a polygynous relationship. In a polygynous relationship, there is no space, and I mean no space, to hide from your shadows. Your shadows will rear their ugly heads in a lot of this. Your sisterhood wounding is going to rear its ugly head, like how you relate to other women. Your jealousy is potentially going to rear its ugly head. Your idea or sense of possessiveness towards another, how you interact with multiple people, how you carry yourself in that dynamic too. All of these things are going to surface. All of them are going to surface for you to deal with. In monogamous relationships, and I see this so much with women, they hide behind all of this. They hide behind the fact that they don't want to face their shadows, and so they try to control the other person to avoid their own healing and to avoid looking at their own shadows. That's not real inner work. That's not going on a real journey. You really want to be in a position where you can almost confront those things. And when you do so, you're not just doing it alone. And that's the beauty of being in a polygynous relationship. As you're kind of confronting those shadows that are surfacing for you, you're doing it with the support and the compassion and the understanding of the other women on the journey with you, who can help you through it. And that's the beauty of having the true sisterhood bonds. People have your back. And it's a reciprocal relationship. I want to see you win, because when you win, we win. It's no longer a selfish, controlling nature that I have in this relationship. It's more, how do we win? How do we succeed? How do we become the best versions of ourselves that we can be? And facing your shadows is going to be a massive part of that. So polygyny takes you on this beautiful healing journey to be a better version of yourself, and you get to do it with the support of your sisters. So that for me is a really great way to kind of finish this video for you, because I think it ends on such a positive note. But let me know what you think some of the benefits might be and what you think of the benefits that I've shared with you today, and I will see you on another video. Bye.